Hey, I'm Mixon Dixon, and I have this awesome new writing project I'm working on. It's a fiction book called Jason. I would tell you the basic plot and all that sort of stuff, but really, it'll be 10 times better just for you to find out yourself. It's so much cooler when you actually, learn the things in the order that they appear in the storyline than when people just tell you the main stuff ahead of time. So, I'm going to read you the introduction. If you want more, then I'll continue this. The introduction is actually kind of cool. It gets in right into all the action, leaving you completely clueless, but liking it. At least that's what I'm hoping. If not, then you guys can sue me, slap me, post strange, but not inappropriate or mean comments. I don't want to have to cry and go emo. So, let's begin. My first encounter with Jason would change my life. It didn't seem particularly unusual at first, but I found otherwise soon enough. Perhaps I should elaborate. I saw him first outside my apartment in a dark alley. He stood towards the wall as if waiting for something. My first thought was that he was a homeless man, but a second glance set me straight, for he was wearing a rather expensive suit. In fear of him seeing me, I moved behind the window, expecting him to turn around at any moment. I almost left, but I suddenly saw another figure appear, began speaking, with Jason not even turning. The new man seemed slightly suspicious. His less than large figure, concealed muscles, and serious expression, kind of like this, made him seem much more like an athletic intelligent than a, muscle man with no brains. He wore cheap street clothes, like jeans, an oversized t-shirt, and a denim jacket, contrasting sharply with Jason's fine apparel. Although I couldn't hear, Jason later filled me in on the dialogue. Jason, the man stated, undoubtedly recognizing him. Yes, I am. So you guys have found me again, I take it. It almost seemed that Jason both expected and did not expect the visit. We did, and this time you're not getting away. Jason having still not turned around, I saw the mysterious man take out a knife. I gasped. He's gonna kill him! My mind began racing. Why now, if I've escaped every other time? The other man began walking towards Jason. Without thinking, I headed for the door. Because this time, we're not bothering trying to bring you in alive. Before he even finished speaking, he turned Jason around and began stabbing him. I burst out the door towards him and began yelling, "Leave that man alone!" I saw the man's expression go blank. Before he even had time to fully process my attack, I threw my fist at his face. As I knocked my hand to the side of his head, my fist shivered from his breaking nose. I felt warm blood trickling down my knuckles. In less than a second, the man was almost on the ground. However, he didn't have time to fall completely before I kneed him in the head. He fell over and picked up his knife again, which he had just dropped. You don't know who you're dealing with, kid. Obviously trained to handle such pain, he quickly jumped and charged me. Caught slightly off guard, I began to dodge when he rammed me by the edge and I flipped. Landed hard on my back, wincing in pain. I closed my eyes, but less than a second later I opened them to see the knife above my throat. Instinctively, I grabbed his wrist and twisted, using the energy to pull me up while pulling him down. Unfortunately, he seemed to be expecting it, and he used my momentum to slam me into the wall. Suddenly, an idea hit me. He may leave if I pass out. Then I could come up from behind and take him out. I quickly dropped to the ground limp, remembering techniques from my old drama class. Stupid kid, he muttered. Finishing with a curse, he turned to leave. Once he moved a couple steps, I jumped up and laid a precise punch to the back of his neck. He quickly fell to the ground, dropping his knife. I seized the opportunity, grabbing the knife and shoving him against the wall. Leave now, and I forget this whole thing, the police don't even have to know. Otherwise, I pressed the tip of the knife to his throat. Reluctantly, he nodded. I let him go and he ran. Remembering the victim, I turned to go help him. Hey, are you okay, dude? Let me call 911. He looked up at me. No, I'm fine. Surprisingly, he seemed totally sure of that. Nevertheless, I ignored the denial and got on my phone. Although my signal was weak, I had to move to the outside of the alley. As fast as I could, I called for an ambulance. Still wanting to help the injured man, I turned back and ran into the alley to assist him. When I looked, though, Jason was gone. That was the beginning to my epic book, Jason. If you liked it, well, then say so, and I'll continue this. I'll give you a chapter in every little, webcast thing. And I'll probably do about once a week. And you guys, of course, will grow to love it. And I'll become a best-selling author. Or, if you hate it, well, you can point that out, but please be nice and don't say anything inappropriate or use any special language that my mommy wouldn't let me use. Or else I might have to call the cops on you because I have a very insecure heart. Anyway, so tell me what you think. If you guys really like it, I'll continue posting. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.